Well, hello again. Back in my trailer, still living here. Lots of interest so far in our Montana home, but no offers. So I'm still here. My family's still in Montana. If you happen to know somebody moving to Billings, by all means, I've got a great house that they should buy. But other than that, everything's going really well. I absolutely love my new job. I love my new coworkers. I actually have a schedule opening up starting next week. I'll be on my own, seeing my own patients off of most of this orientation stuff. And I am so excited to meet my new clients. I've talked to several of them on the phone already. They seem wonderful. I am so excited to meet them. So we're almost done with this series. Wanted to go over rule number 9. Rule number 9 is this: don't be in a hurry, even when you are. I think that all too often, when I talk to clients about what they perceive as bad experiences with a healthcare provider, one of the most common complaints people will have is that they just didn't take their time. And I get it. I really do, right? We are, in our healthcare system, we are under a time crunch all the time, right? 15-minute appointment spots. By the time you get checked in and get your vitals and all that other stuff, you got maybe 5 minutes with your provider. And it's hard to get a lot done in 5 minutes. It really is. And so you're trying to hurry through this stuff. But I would just say this to people, especially entering this field. When you walk through that door and it's just you and your client, you need to, at least up here, stop time. I'm no longer in a hurry. I have time to listen. I have time to take care of this person in front of me. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes that makes me run a little bit behind throughout the workday. I get that. I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for my nurse sometimes because, I'm kind of behind a lot. But I am that way because I don't want to walk out of that room with that patient saying, he didn't listen to me, he didn't have time, he didn't even hear what I had to say, and then the visit was over. No, I want to be able to walk into the room, put everything down. I'm not typing, I'm not looking at the computer, I'm looking at you. And I want to listen to everything you have to say. And I want to address everything that I possibly can. And I want to make sure that what I'm communicating, the message that I'm sending across here is, you are important, right? You are worthy of my time. And let's face it, guys, our clients, they are our employers, right? We work for them. They are paying us to perform a service, right? So, yes, I have time for my boss being the person on the exam table in front of me. No matter what it takes, you have to make time, right? You have to pretend like the world isn't going to hell in a handbasket outside that door. When you shut it, it's you, it's your client, and time has to stop. I hope that I'm better at that today than I was 5 years ago, right? Because I think when we're new, we're always under that time crunch, and we want to make everybody happy in the clinic, and sometimes you just have to be able to say, okay, this is going to take longer than I thought it would. Quick story. I had someone on my schedule, and thankfully, that's just the way these things line up sometimes. Thankfully, she was my last client of the day. It was one of those deals where, I had a busy clinic day and my nurse came and said, hey, can we add one more onto your schedule for the day? And I said, sure. And she said, oh, it's going to be really quick. It's just a med refill. Okay, cool. So she comes in, I'm looking through her chart. She's on medications for depression and anxiety. I think, okay, great. This is going to be easy. Let's just finish this up. Boom, I'll go home. And I said, hi, I'm Jake. What can I do for you today? And she says, well, I'm really anxious. And you could just tell that she was fighting the tears as she walks in the room. And I said, well, how long have you been anxious for? And then the tears just flowed. And she started sobbing. And she said, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I've been anxious ever since I was raped 5 years ago. And I've never talked to anybody about it. Well, all of a sudden, obviously, this is not a 5-minute visit anymore. what I thought was going to be a 5-minute visit, all of a sudden this ended up being a 2-hour visit. And I went home at 7 p.m. that night. But you know what? It was the right thing to do. I needed to stay and take care of the person in front of me. And what she needed, honestly, I think what she needed to survive was not going to be done in 5 minutes. And those things are going to happen. And you have to be prepared to make a choice. Personally, if it's between I'm going home on time or I'm taking care of the person in front of me, I'm taking care of the person in front of me because that's my calling. This is what I was put here to do, was to take care of them.